dun, 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 Kilted Balls. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, people, to another episode of Kilted Balls podcast. We're so glad you are here with us today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice seeing people. I mean, we don't really see you, but we feel like we're seeing you. I had my beard trimmed last week. Do I look better? Do I look fashionable?
Looks good. Looks good. I do want to say that one listener who keeps on listening without any clothes on, please put your clothes on while you're listening.
We can tell. You think we don't know, but we know.
Well, you know. Or leave them off. It's fine.
Either way, we don't mind. I had a listener this last weekend was like, everybody should listen because those two are a bunch of idiots and they're so funny.
High praises. I love it.
I'm like, that is fantastic. They're like, they are so funny. Oh my gosh, I have stuff to show you guys. Oh my
Awesome.
gosh. And I totally forgot. I need to get some help here. I need to get some help. I'm gonna have to text. I'm gonna phone a friend.
Uh-oh. Oh, darn it. I accidentally switched the... So you ever... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just right there. Okay, cool.
Who
Sorry.
are you phoning?
I touched my phone by accident, and sometimes my keyboard changes, and I don't really know how it changes until I can change it back, but I just figured it out. It's a little button.
Oh.
I knew it was somewhere down there I had to touch and do something with, but I was never sure exactly what that was.
Nice. So wait, what does the button do?
There's a button somewhere. You're supposed to touch it and move it around a little bit.
Move it.
Changes everything.
Nice. So I'm doing a camp this week. It's like one of my favorite camps to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Camp Invention. And basically, I teach little kids how to be inventors. And so there's lots of little modules they do. I am this year in charge of the Wonders of Illusions.
Nice.
So, what did I teach them? Today, I taught them all about reflections. So we had mirrors, and we did things like with Pepper's Ghost and showing them stuff. And yesterday, we dealt with spinning things and illusions you can make from spinning stuff. So, it's pretty fun, really hands-on. But I caught myself today. I almost made a big faux pas, and I wanted to share it with you. So they were using these mirrors, and I always show them optical illusions and stuff. But they had a whole bunch of pictures that were cut in half or whatever, and then I gave them mirrors, and they were making them whole, or the words were spelled backwards, and so they were making the words the correct words. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, super cool. And so they're doing this, and then I gave them mirrors that had they were creased, right, like this.
Yeah.
And so they could put it up, and it would change it. And I'm like, look at all this stuff. Look at this. One person's like, look, I made a toothbrush. So it was half a guitar, and they put it on there. So only the long part with the prongs was there. And so I'm like, actually, I go, when you look at it, it looks like a double toothbrush. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, how cool would that be? You could have a double toothbrush, and you could use that with your friend and be like, and as soon as I brought my hand up to my mouth, I was like, you could have it with your friend and use a double toothbrush. And I was like, or not. I'm like, maybe you just should use it by yourself. And they're like, no, that'd be super cool. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be super cool. But
so then all the kids started doing it?
No, I caught myself. I never did it. I got my hand to here, and then I was like, oh, this is going to look bad. But I was totally going to be like.
Mm-hmm. And then they'd go home doing that.
Do this with your friend. You have your friend here and you here. Oh, here, wait. Face this way. Face me. Look, face me, Jer. Turn your head. Sorry. Yeah, turn that way. Yeah.
So we're opposites on my screen.
So this. And then it was like this. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, that's what it would look like. Yeah.
Yeah, double-headed toothbrush.
Double-headed toothbrush. I'm like, how much fun would that be to brush teeth with your friend? Or, you could just hold it there. So, if you turned back, right, you could just hold it. And you could be like.
There you go.
Here, yeah. Get right there.
We're opposite. So.
You didn't have
I'm looking away from my screen.
And if you're on Spotify right now, I just feel bad for you because that was a fantastic view just now.
You
And
missed the comedic genius.
yep, and Jimmy don't crash the tractor trying to watch us show how to use a double-headed toothbrush, the multiple ways you can use it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds amazing.
If he thought we were idiots before, different level. Different level, baby. We can always go farther.
Uh-huh.
We can always go higher up. So, yeah, it's super awesome. Kids are so excited and they're super fun.
That's
all
cool.
the
I know.
time.
We almost did that. I would have had to take weird time off though.
Yeah, that'd be
And I would have
weird
had to
time.
rush home again, and I wasn't looking forward to rushing home this year.
Nope, it's not worth
So.
that. But it's a good time. We have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have fun. So, what about you? How's the week going?
Good. I didn't sell anything today, but I sold one yesterday, which is pretty awesome.
Nice job. Nice job.
A nice young couple came in, and it was like I always like to think that I'm friendly. I'm just there doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, they were both like, "We really, really, really want to thank you for like making this like super easy, and for just being yourself and like not pushing us anyway." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's just what I do." They're like, I was like, "Well, Google wouldn't mind hearing that," and I just kind of laughed. And they're like, "And we're gonna tell your manager." I was like, "Okay, awesome."
That's
But yeah,
even
they were
better.
really nice. I mean, they needed something bigger. Their car. It was funny. Let me take a step back. So they get there, and I saw them out in the lot. And I've been doing. Jeremy Miner. He does sales stuff, and his sales stuff is very tonal, like important of the tone of your voice.
Yes.
But one of the things he does, which I really liked, and so I've been practicing. When I see someone on the lot, I like if they look, I'll wave like as I'm walking up, and I'll just say, "Hey, you guys, just looking around," and just very nonchalant, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we are just looking around," and I'm like, "Okay, cool," like, and then you just like you can go in, like they just like the barriers have come down because we've
Yes.
already know that they're looking around, and we've already established that, and so. Like, I just small talked with them, and I started to walk away. They were in the Atlas section, and the husband's like, "Oh, I just have a quick question." So I was like, "Okay," and so I'm answering their questions, and then found out that they need a bigger vehicle, and they really like the Atlas. They have a friend that had one, and someone else had one that they knew, and the wife really really liked them, and they had a little 11-month-old.
Oh.
So we find one that they like. We go for the ride. And at the end, they were wanting to see numbers and everything, and they were kind of wondering about their payments, which at this dealership we don't like as the salespeople, we don't go into that at all. I can't remember if I said that or not.
No.
We focus on the main price, but we know enough to kind of give them a general idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about that. I was like, yeah, we can. I said we can look at everything. We can find out what we can give you for this, and then what we'll do is if it works out, cool. We'll move forward. If it doesn't, then it doesn't work out. We'll depart as friends. I said, does that sound good to you guys? And they're like, oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, and everything ended up working out. So it was pretty cool. I was happy for him.
That's
And, but,
awesome.
it was funny because I was like, my fiance just bought one of these on Friday, and I said because our van had like 85,000 miles on it, and just things can start coming up, and we just didn't want to deal with it, so we kept our payment the same and just extended it and have a new vehicle with 0 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got in their car, it had 85,000 miles on it. And I walked in, I was like, oh, that story hit home, didn't it? And they're like, yeah, we are thinking that. Like when you said, the 85,000 miles. So it was amusing.
That's
but
super
it was fun.
That's awesome. Did I tell you about my sister's new car buying experience?
No.
So I'm sure you'll hear more of the story. We're going to abbreviate it for our listeners to the part that I care about. But she got a new vehicle. She ordered the vehicle, I want to say January, December-ish.
Okay.
Finally got it.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got it, they called her and they're like, hey, your vehicle finally came in. And she's like, cool. And they're like, so we need you to come and pay for it and pick it up or whatnot. And she's like, okay, I can come in and I think this was on a Saturday or whatever. She's like, okay, I can come in on Wednesday. And they're like, nope, that won't work. She's like, what do you mean? They're like, after 3 days, we sell them. So if you don't come get it, we'll sell them and you've got to start the process over again. She's like, I've already put the down payment on. It's my vehicle.
Yeah.
You ordered it, she designed it from the factory,
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, well, that's our policy. And she's like, well, you better change it. But then things cleared up, so she was able to get in there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's already grumpy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes in, and they're like, her salesperson's like, okay, so, we've got to like run the numbers, and we need your taxes for the last 2 or 3 years. And she's like, no. And he's like, well, no, we have to do that for the financing. Because she was thinking about paying cash. I told you that.
Yeah.
But she decided, nope, we're going to get the loan. It was like 2.7%. And they're like, well, we need all of this. And she's like, no, you don't. And they're like, okay, well, how about your husband comes and co-signs for it? She grabbed the keys from his desk and walked out and got into her new car and just sat there super mad. She's like, you did not just say, come have my husband co-sign. And then she got out and came back in, and the finance person came up to her and was like, I am so sorry. I don't know what that guy's talking about. When your credit's in the 800s, we don't need anything. We don't need anything. We'll loan you whatever you want. We don't care. I am so sorry that your person was that way. And so, she kind of
even mid sixes, they don't require anything. So,
and this guy's like, you have to bring in all your stuff, and she's just like, I'm not giving you my tax returns, right? She's like, I'm sorry, that's not part of this deal. You don't get any of my stuff. And the salesperson, and you're in that gig, that's not your freaking job. That's finance's job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't even know why he was saying that. But here's the part that I wanted to share that was hilarious to me. So she's good. They're done. She gets the keys. Everything's kosher. She's getting ready to leave. And again, the story is way, way bigger. I'm really paring it down for the listeners. But the guy comes up to her and is like, hey, we'd really like you to do this survey for us. And it's
she's
really,
like, no, you don't.
She's like, and it's really, really important that you give us all 10s. Even a 9, they look really, really bad on us. And she's like, yeah, well, you're going to look really bad. And she's like, we'd give the finance guy a 10. They're like, but you sure as hell aren't getting a 10. And they're like, well, but it goes to everybody. It's not just me. It goes to everybody. And she's like, well, sucks to be him, I guess. She's like, yeah, I'll fill this out, but you're not getting a 10 after that bullshit. And there was a lot more that happened besides that. But she was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you're not getting a 10. So I was like, oh, I hope she didn't give him a 10. Sometimes she ends up being nice. I'm like, I wouldn't be nice. I'd be like, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is so crazy. Was it just someone new? Did they try to explain it away? Just someone being dumb?
No, I don't know. They were being dumb. The finance guy was like, I am so sorry. That guy's just so dumb. And I'm like, I would have pulled the commission. I would have been like, listen, you got to get me a new salesperson. I designed this. I ordered it. It doesn't have to go to him. Bring in somebody new.
Exactly.
That guy doesn't get, because the kind of vehicles she buys, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty big commission. I would have been like, yeah, that guy doesn't get it. And I've done that to dealers before.
Especially if she's paying sticker on it and everything, because she's ordering it. So I doubt there's any incentives or anything, which is fine. She ordered what she wanted, and she doesn't mind paying for it.
No. Well, and it's just a whole bunch of dumbness. And I'm like, man, I've done that before where I've been in a place. I'm like, hey, here's what I want. And they're like, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't get to sell it to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you were a dumbass. So I go, and I don't support dumbassery. So go find me a different salesperson. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, cool. I go, when's the next day you're off? Because that's the day I'm coming in. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I'll just go to a different dealer.
Yeah, this is not a split deal with that guy. I refuse to give that guy anything.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't do it. And I've had people who are like, no, and I'm like, how about you go get your manager so I can explain to him that your dealership is about to lose my business. There's enough dealerships, I don't have to go to you. So either this dealership gives it to somebody else, or I'll just go to a different dealership and the whole dealership will get all of my money. I go, it's your call. I don't care. I'm like, I'm getting the same price no matter where I go. Because for people who don't know, we have the GM discounts and we have the Dodge discounts, and we're
Yeah, and that's just the number. Like whatever that number says, that's what you pay.
Whatever the number is, that's what it is. There's no bartering, there's no dickering, and that's just what it is. So, sorry.
That's awesome. So anyone who wasn't paying attention in the cheap seats, I slid over it. If you've missed any of the posts, so Gina bought an Atlas on Friday.
Yes.
So yeah. So I said that earlier, but if someone wasn't paying attention, she's loving it. She said Sunday we were driving it, and she said it's the most comfortable vehicle she's ever been in.
Really?
So I thought that was pretty awesome. She loves it.
Is she just saying that because you work for him?
I don't think so, because she was acting shocked when she said it. Because we had, I went with Papa, and we went and had dinner over there, and then went to her brother's, and then dropped Papa off, and then I think it was when we were driving home, she said it. She was just like, she had looked over, and she's like, this is the... And she drove, she's driven tons of stuff before, because Jeremy used to bring home all sorts of different things.
Did you tease her for buying foreign?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even think about the fact that she went from a car dealer to a car dealer. Apparently she has a type.
I had to switch into that type 4.
You're like, I don't know how this is going. I'm gonna switch to being a car dealer. I know that's your type, right? It's like if all of a sudden you find out your wife's like into brunettes, and you're like, I gotta go dye my hair. So,
yep, gotta go fix that.
Gotta go fix that. Oh, you like beards? Let me just take care of that for you. There we go. Not you. You can't take care of that, but.
Oh no, I can't.
I can
There's
do
nothing
that.
I can do.
A couple weeks, I can get this sucker. I'm not like the cool people who it takes a day.
Although I didn't shave today, so you can see it.
Ooh, you can almost see less shine on your face.
You can feel it. Cat hair gets stuck in it apparently because I carried Molly Bean around for a while. Gina's like, you have cat hair.
Oh my gosh! So Father's Day was this weekend. Happy Father's Day! And I had to share. So one of my daughters got me this cool pen multi-tool, which was amazing. And like, you would love this. It's a super spiky mat. Like, it's like an acupressure mat. And you like lay down on it with an acupressure pillow. And you can also stand on it. And we had the best time on Sunday because I like stood on it and it like gives me the EBGB standing on it. Right?
Oh, I'm excited to try it out.
So then my daughter stood on it and we got my wife to stand on it. And my wife's maximum time on the mat standing was 3 seconds. She's like, no, I'm off. And I'm like, you've got to like wait like 3 or 4 seconds. Like, it's not that bad. And she's like, no, I can't do it. And we had her try twice.
That's awesome.
And she's like, nope. So, but I stood on it for, a couple minutes. I'm like, it says for beginners to stand on it for 5 to 10, but I was just bored.
Okay.
Like, I'm not big on standing there.
Yeah.
But like, I laid on it for a while and it was good.
Mm-hmm. Well, talking about fun stuff at your house, I have a teaser, so people are going to listen next week. I have a special treat for you that I'm gonna present to you live in person.
Ooh. So is it going to be on the podcast live, or is it going to be?
It will be live on the pod. I'll be sitting right behind you, and I'm gonna open up a package, and I'm gonna say, "This is for you," because we're talking about food. It's an interesting food.
I'm so excited. Well, my other daughter got me something interesting as well that I wanted to show you. I don't know if you've seen these, but it's the Awesome Socks Club.
No, I haven't seen that.
So she went to get these, and they had like a deal going for Father's Day where you could get like 6. And so each one...
Oh, I like that.
So there's that one. Here's this one. And they have the artist on them. So
nice.
Like this
Those
one,
are fun.
It says the artist up here. So this is called Good to Go by Nicole Zeridzi, right? And here's another one. I'm like, I've got to show these off.
Oh, I like that one too.
And like
That's
these,
cool.
they're all like laughing because she ordered crew, and like obviously this is not crew socks.
That's slightly shorter than crew.
I'm so excited to wear these ankle socks. They're like, you don't wear ankle socks. I'm like, you guys don't control me. Like, I get to do what I want. I go, don't think I won't wear some of these just because they're ankle socks. Right?
Directions for use. Okay, it shows you how to.
Yeah, it shows you how to do it. It says you open it, you admire it, right? You put them on, and then you rock your socks. So this one, who is this one? This is Arzena Penna Popo Sock Burst Galaxy. These are like one of my favorites.
It
fell off. There it is. I might wear
That's
those
awesome.
tomorrow. And then there's one more pair for all of our listeners.
Yeah, if you're listening, you're missing out. Ooh,
All right, doesn't that look
that's
cool?
awesome.
This is Sock
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy. And so I
Yep.
love them. There's you can meet the artist. Look, they have like a
Yep.
QR code to meet the artist. They
That's
have other
really
stuff.
cool.
And all their profits go to charity. So
That's awesome.
this is done, and I don't know if this has meaning to you, but some of my listeners will know. This is Hank Green's company. So Hank Green does this and gives all the profits to charity. And if you are sitting there going, who's Hank Green? Hank Green does a whole bunch of super awesome like science learning videos.
Okay.
So like we use them a lot in like biology and chemistry classes to teach kids. So we go to like Hank Green and he teaches them. But he made like a sock company and he gives all the profits to charities. So
That's
it's
really
called
cool.
The Awesome Sock Club. So check it out, people. The Awesome Sock Club. Profits go to charity, and they are, they feature some pretty sweet ass artists.
Yeah.
And I'm excited
So-
to rock these.
I'm gonna be honest. When you started showing that, I had like a little feel. Because it looked like you were hiding one in the back,
Oh,
and I was not gonna be surprised if you opened up the last one and it was these guys in it. I just had a feeling. I was like, I wonder if he's part of it.
no,
He
wouldn't that
didn't,
be
but
so
those
funny?
are really cool. Those are really cool.
They could be, but yeah, Hank Green, like I said, he's a big YouTuber, and
So look that up.
he does crash courses. So if you've never
Mhm.
looked at a crash course video, go look up crash course videos. We use them, like I said, when we're showing people science all the time. He does a fantastic job. But then he started this company, and it's like
Yeah.
super awesome. So I was super excited that she did that for me, and then even more excited that it was like Hank Green, because I'm like, wait a second, isn't that Hank Green? And she's like, yeah, because she knew who he was
That's
from like
awesome.
biology class, because her teacher
Yeah.
used that to teach. So rather than lecture, he'd be like, watch these Hank Green crash courses.
Mhm.
So heck
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so super awesome. So yeah,
Mhm.
my girls got me good stuff. They spoiled me, and I ate
Oh,
way
that's
more
super
food
awesome.
than I should have eaten.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my favorite. I'm a glutton sometimes. I'm a glutton.
See, that's good. Well, speaking about eating, I broke down. I started eating pork again. I think it's because I talked about it so much. I just kept talking about how bad of a decision it was.
I was just talking about how cool you were. Like I was telling, like I don't think I had shared it with like people around me. And I was like, yeah, he gave it up, and we were going for a walk, and I'm like, yeah, he had to put like a line in the sand, and so like that's what he did. And I'm like, so when he's visiting, we're gonna have to get turkey sausage, right? I'm like, your beef sausage, so that we can have biscuits and gravy, but with turkey sausage.
Yeah.
But what ruined it? What broke you down?
There was just one day I was like, for whatever reason, I have no idea why, I just wanted a sausage McMuffin with egg. And instead of eating one, I ate two. And then, and then that night I bought a half a pound of ham and a half a pound of hard salami, and it's gone already. And I had another sausage McMuffin with two other sausage McMuffin with eggs since then.
Oh my gosh! Like when you go,
So
you go.
I think I'll be even keel for a little bit. I can just I'll be okay.
Well, when you come,
Yeah,
to the
I
open
don't know
house-
what it was. I was just like,
Listeners, we have an open house this weekend. So this Saturday is our open house. You're all invited. So anybody who's listening, you're
Mhm.
invited to our open house. But at it, there is going to be some nachos, and it is pulled pork, I believe, is what we ordered, and it is amazing. And I felt super bad that you weren't going to be able to get it because it's got like a
Mhm.
mango salsa that is like
I'm so excited.
so good, and I was like, I feel so bad he's not going to be able to eat these. But now you're off the wagon, so you
Yeah.
go ahead and
Oh,
eat
wait.
those.
Wait, I forgot. I did get the from the Mexican restaurant we went to, because it just came up recently, like it was a year ago, and we went there, and I got the it's pork with with pineapple, like pineapple chunks in it. I got those
Ooh.
enchiladas. Amazing.
Oh, that sounds
With
so
the green sauce.
good.
So awesome. But I'm excited to eat these nachos. I think that was part of it because you were talking about the nachos, and then I was just thinking about the sausage McMuffins, and I was like, nope. I was like, oh well.
We're gonna have to do some little shorts while you're up here, showing people the setup for the open house and all of that. So
Yeah.
listeners, make sure you click on our YouTube and check out some of these things. And in this description, I'll put the awesome Sock Club link and
Yeah.
stuff like that, so you guys can check it out because it's super cool. But yeah,
That's
make sure you
super cool.
tune into our YouTube shorts because you'll get to see like the lay of the land and the tent setup and all the fun stuff for an open house. So
It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna bring my discs too. Got to get at least a game or two.
we're yeah, because we were supposed to get one in for Father's Day and we didn't because we were just too busy. But
Okay.
we'll get.
I know
that'll
you
be my
guys
first
usually
one.
do.
We do, and we had planned on it, and we had planned on that, and Cal wanted to play tennis too, but like there was just so much to do, and like and past lives took forever.
No, you played?
That was one of the things. I'm like, we're playing past lives and we're disc golfing on Father's Day and going out for food. So we went out. We went to
Nice.
early church, went to breakfast, came home, played past lives with 6 people, the entire family, Cal included.
That's
And
awesome.
we played past lives all the way through, and it was amazing.
So who won? Did anyone get the best one?
As we explained to Cal, there is no winning, but
Yep, that's true.
the funniest one was Brenna, and I can't remember who she was, but she had married her like
Great story.
daughter and granddaughter.
Oh, nice. I don't remember seeing that one.
Like it was so funny. And I read all of them, so I read it, and they were all like crying, laughing. And hers was one of the first
that's
ones I
hilarious.
read. So
Mhm.
I think Cora had the most points. She evil-eyed somebody, not really knowing what it meant, and got all of it. And then somebody evil-eyed her and lost. And so,
Oh my gosh.
And so
Yeah.
then she just finished up the
jump up.
game.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was pretty high, but
That's awesome.
It was
I
pretty
love
fun.
that game.
I'm so excited to play it when you're here. So I told him, I'm like, normally it doesn't go this long, but we're playing with 6 people and 5 of you are new. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. It
Yeah.
definitely adds a little bit of time.
It does. So, but it was still amazing, and we played it and had a great. We were laughing the whole time as we should.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it was pretty cool. It was pretty sweet. Past
That's
Lives
awesome.
from Avalon Hill. If you can find it, get it, play it. It's discontinued, but you can still I got mine on eBay. So
Yeah. It's one of those. Actually, my Uncle Bill got it for Christmas, and we played it. And then when he went to college, he left it at Grandma's, and so I always played it when I was there. And eventually, I just asked for it.
nice.
So that's how I got my copy.
Well, and I'm hoping to make it into a digital copy. That's my plan. Because she's like, "Why did you
That'll be
get that?"
awesome.
And I'm like, "I'm scanning it all in." And she's like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "So I can make more cards." And she's like, "That's dumb." I'm like, "Well, really, what I'm going to do is make a digital copy." And nice.
Oh, scratching my armpit.
Yeah, scratching your armpit. So yeah, so hopefully I'll make a digital copy and we can play it on like one of our online versions. It'll be awesome.
That'd be really
Like
cool.
maybe one day we'll do a Dominion where we play Past Lives on our Dominion night or something, or one of our Wednesday nights. So
Heck yeah, that
that'd
sounds
be
great.
cool. Like if I can do it, I gotta find time. I haven't had time yet. So once I have time,
That's the tricky part.
time, baby, time. I've realized when you're go getters like we are, there's like not a lot of extra time in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so my customer from yesterday was giving me a hard time because we were talking. Oh, because they're from Lincolnton, and I said, "Oh, I love Meeting Place. It's a sandwich place there." Well, it's a butcher shop, but they also do sandwiches. So
Okay.
it's like I've never actually ordered anything from the butcher area. I take that back. I guess I've gotten burgers. But anyways, we were talking, and she's like, "Oh, we don't go there very much because I forget, some relation owns a sub shop there." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like subs are one of my favorite things." So I was like, it's funny we're talking about this. I always think that I'd like to interview customers and people like hanging out at the dealership and finding out like the places they like to eat and have like a little
Yeah.
podcast. And she's like, just do it. Like, why aren't you doing it already? And I was like, oh, I know. I have a podcast about just doing the thing, and I'm sitting here debating on it and thinking about it.
So one of my newest ideas for a podcast, you'll love this, is we want to interview Amy, and we haven't been able to yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like every time I talk to her about religion, I'm just like fascinated listening to her. And I thought, you know what? She needs her own podcast. I'm like, we need to have her do just like 5 minutes with Amy. And like, I'm like, I just need to interview her and be like, okay, tell me your thoughts on this. What do you know about this? Right? Like, what do you think about this? And just do like little 5-minute videos and just put that in as a podcast. I'm like, I think that'd be amazing. I haven't sprung that on her yet, but I'm going to after the open house.
Because you could do the podcast and then have like a topless one for YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Like, why wouldn't you?
It'd be perfect.
I'm sure she'd be down for that. Yeah. People are like, wait, what?
But it'd just be from her neck up.
You guys don't know it.
Or like just her shoulders, like with her bare.
You guys don't know it right now, but I'm totally naked under this desk. Right, you can't tell. Right
but you don't ever wear pants.
Oh no, why would you wear pants? Gotta be free.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be free. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, anything else interesting in your life?
No, those are the big things. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm on vacation now, so I'll be on vacation for the next week.
Your
it was funny today.
Started now?
Yep.
Oh yeah, well, you'll leave tomorrow, right? To come see me?
I was debating on leaving tomorrow. I didn't see any great hotels where like a place where Allie and I could stay and do something cool.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be able to leave till a little bit later anyways, because Gina's getting her hair done.
Okay.
So I think we'll just get up early Thursday and just drive all day. But I have a ton of stuff to do tomorrow, and Wednesday's my normal day off.
So you'll leave early Thursday and you'll get here like 6 or 7?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So, yeah, my manager's like, because I was like, oh, I won't be here tomorrow. I said, I'll see you guys next week. And he's like, what? He's like, did I okay that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I put it in. Like, it wasn't my concern. Like, I go, he's like, did you do it right? I'm like, I did what I was supposed to do. I was like, if I come back and my desk is empty, you guys are going to be really sad. They're laughing.
So welcome to the Kilted Balls version of reality.
So he went in and he okayed my vacation. I was like, you told me I could do it like when I was hired, so like I wasn't that worried about it. And they're like, we tell people a lot of things when they're hired. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm not concerned about it. Not like you not following through. Like if you don't follow, like you're not gonna make me come in.
No. It's
I mean, I enjoy it. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. But
it is. Yeah, it's funny. It's a different. I think it really messes with people dealing with kilted balls, right? So listeners, you've heard us talk all the time, and it all sounds really well and good, right? Like all of our positive affirmations, all of our like just go do it sounds good until you try to be our boss.
Yeah.
And then it all breaks down because we're like, okay, we're going to go do this. And bosses are like, wait, I don't know if you can do that. Oh, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you at all. Like, I'm going to go do that.
I was filling you in.
I was just letting you know. So have fun.
Yep. Actually, it was cool. Do we have 5 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. We got 5 minutes.
So one of the like assistant sales managers, he's kind of moving. He's like filling in here and there. And he's the one, I think I've talked about him on here. He reminds me a lot of someone who we would have grown up with. He's like a perfect mixture of Chad and Matt and Mike and just all the farm boys.
Yes.
Like he's just one of the guys. Like he's always got a dip in his mouth, you know. And so like I look at him like we've always been friends.
Yes.
And so I like my personality, I really annoy him, and I think deep down I really do. But he was one of the people who hired me because he's like, I think you could do the job.
Yes.
So anyways, Saturday was super slow. I don't know if it was the marches going on or who knows, but we were a ghost town. And he had reached out Saturday night. He's like, "Hey, you're doing a great job. Thank you. You know, there'll be days like this. It's going to be, you know, you're going to be fine," basically is what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it was awesome. Cause I was like the psychiatrist over in the VW area. Cause a couple of the guys were having tough times, and, you know, I was kind of talking them through it, helping them along. But like one of the guys, he's just in a bad spot mentally. Like he thinks kind of the world is against him and things like that. So I was writing a little bit of a longer message. And I was like, yeah, he just needs to kind of change the way he's looking at things. And then it's wild when you change the way you're viewing things and you focus on the positive a little bit more, everyone around you changes. And as I was writing this out, he had said, yeah, I think I need to hang around you a little more because of your optimism and stuff like that. And like I sent that one, I read it, and I said, yeah. I said you'd be amazed, like if you started looking at the really good things that all of us are doing, like how happy you're going to be with what we're doing. So, like, I was telling him I gave this advice to this person, and then I gave the advice right to him. So I was laughing at him today about it. I was like, "Wasn't that great how I did that?" He's like, "Yeah, I noticed."
That is fantastic.
But it's huge. It's huge. Sometimes you do just have to take a step, and he's going to take some time to work on. That's just his personality, and that's fine. And I'm breaking down the layers.
Yes.
Because he says stuff, and I just laugh at him, and I just act like he's messing around, and I imagine a lot of times he is, and if he's not, then that's whatever. Yeah. Like, okay, you're just messing. Yeah. So, yeah, he'll get there.
Yep. Well, and it reminds me, this just came up recently. I was talking about our job to somebody in college. Like, we worked at the same place. Mm-hmm. And I was talking more about me falling asleep all the time at work. But
yep.
I was thinking about it during the time. And when Kilted worked at this place, they had like a whole bunch of rules of what to do. And he did not listen to any of their rules. He did him, and he did his thing. And they would often be like, listen, you've got to go everywhere. You've got to do all this stuff. And he's like, nope, I'm doing this. And they're like, you understand we're the boss? And he's like, yep. And it's totally within your rights to fire me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And by the way, I am the best. And they're like, we know you're the best. And he's like, right. So like, you can get rid of your best person, and that's great. But I'm going to do what I do, which is what makes me the best. So.
But, yeah, I mean, I was bringing in tons of money for them.
You're bringing in tons of money. Right?
They're trying to get me to do it a different way.
And I've had that same conversation with people who think they're my bosses, right? And I'll be like, do something. They're like, hey, we want you to do it this way. I'm like, yeah, no. And they're like, like, we can fire you. I'm like, anytime you want, go ahead. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you should write me up first.
Yeah.
I go, you want me to do the write-up for you? I'll sign it. They're like, we're not going to write you up. I go, no, you're not going to write me up. I go, because I'm fucking amazing. And they're like, you're such a dick. And I'm like, listen, you literally have zero power. Your only card on the table is to terminate me. It's literally your only stick. I'm like, and you will never, ever do that. Ever. And they're like, no, we wouldn't. And I'm like, right. So you don't have a stick. I go, and I'm amazing. And they're like, yeah, but you know you're amazing. And I'm like, right. And so do you. So we're all on the same page.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to do me. And you let me be amazing. And I'll let you take all the credit for me being amazing, and it seems like a total win for you. So you should just let me be amazing.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm getting there. I mean, there's a lot to learn, but I'm getting there. Like, someone was trying to tell me how to interact with customers. I was like, no, like, you don't just, I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're trying to say.
I appreciate your advice. I tell people that a lot. I really appreciate your advice. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. And they're like, oh, you're really welcome. My
customers like that.
I'm not going to do any of it. I just appreciate you giving it to me. So that's very nice.
Someone cares that much to where they're going to share what they feel is really important.
I'm like, I always want you to share with me. I think that's amazing, and I like that. Then they'll be like, you didn't do any of that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I go, it's dumb as shit. I'm not doing that.
But I really am glad that you shared it. Like,
Mhm.
yay,
Yeah.
yay, you. So, yeah.
Mhm.
And you're not doing bad, right? You've been there
No,
now.
for beginning, I'm doing all right.
You're like
I'm
going
doing all
on to
right.
your second month, right? Your second month is almost done.
Yep, I hit my I beat my numbers what I was supposed to do for my second for yeah, this is my second full month, but
Yes.
but there's like certain things I have to hit for 30, 60 and 90 days
Sure.
and I've done those.
You've hit
Not the 90
things,
days yet cuz I haven't been there yet.
but
So
you hit the 30 and you hit the 60.
well, the 30 was 0 and I had more than 0 in my first 30 days.
Yeah. And they recognize that you got skills. Like, you may not be the
Yeah.
best yet, but you got skills.
Yeah, it's cool. Actually, it's funny. One of the the cleanup, and if anyone follows me as well, you would have seen. I just talked about like treating I started out we're all the heroes of our own story and treat
Yes.
people with respect is basically what it was about. So I've been talking to the cleanup guys a lot, and they don't all do a great job. But I talked to their boss quite a bit. I've been bringing them treats. I brought them donuts. Like, thank you
Nice.
guys. I brought them like a giant bag of lifesavers. Like, just showing my appreciation.
Right.
So, and it's not like I'm trying to trick them, but just building some trust up.
Yeah.
And then I can start making suggestions, and they're not going to take it funky. But I've heard that some of the sales guys don't treat them well at all. Like, they get mad at them, they yell at them, stuff like that. And I'm like I was 19 working at Dick Scott Motor Mall for a summer, and I was the lot boy. Terry and I
Yes.
were.
Yeah.
So it was just like, like I remember being in that stage, and not every. I mean, a 20-year-old isn't going to have the same attention to detail as myself. But my customers are going to get my attention to detail, so I'm going to fix everything and then just go from there.
Right.
But anyways, they did an amazing job on Gina's Atlas, and I went back there, and the manager wasn't back there when they did it, so I just went back to tell him. I'm like, hey, like I I'm very thankful for all you guys, but I just want to let you know, I don't know who cleaned it, but they went above and beyond. It was perfect. So I know it's possible back there. But at the same time, you have to treat people with respect.
It's the
Like,
thing.
really, I don't care. Like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's just a bunch of kids back there. But yeah, some of them are doing the best they can, and some of them don't give a crap.
Yes.
But do you think, as like the Dale Carnegie, you're going to get further with honey than you are with vinegar?
You sure will.
So, yeah.
I believe you
Oh,
catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
is that it?
Mhm.
Whatever. But you know what I meant.
I know what
Oh,
you meant.
oh.
I know what you meant.
The funny part, why did I start this story? So his name is Joel. He's like, you need to be the GM up there. And I was like, oh, I'm working at that. I said, let me be the sales guy right now. He's like, no, like, I'm serious. Look, the way you treat me, the way you treat these guys, I've seen you interact with customers. He's like, you need to be the GM of that store.
All in due time.
I was like, we'll see. Let me be the sales guy first.
Baby steps. And by baby steps, I mean just big manly man steps.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But it was very nice of him to say.
That is nice. Well, and there's a way people carry themselves, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And people notice it when you show respect. So nice job.
Mhm.
Kudos to you. That
Yep.
does take us through our time. You should be hearing from us all week. And we'll do an episode together in the same room. It should be legit.
That's exciting.
Oh my gosh, it'll be so much fun. We could just do one screen with both of us here.
Oh, we could just sit on each other's laps, do like
Oh
a
my
Dumb and or not Dumb and Dumber, like Step Brothers. I'll sit behind you.
Heck yeah, that'd be good. Like either one would be good. We could set up a bike and do Dumb and Dumber too.
Uh-huh.
So,
But we'll have to talk because I have some ideas for the week. I'm not sure what your plans are, but once I get up there.
we'll figure that shit out. We'll figure it out. So anyway, people, thank you so much for joining us. We are so thankful for our listeners. Check out the links to the awesome Sock Club and to Hank Green.
Yes.
I don't know what else. But we appreciate you and stay tuned for picks from the open house. We love you guys, and this is Ballbuster signing off.
Kilter Dragon Jer, love you all.